Sure. So many times I have this question asked to me from prospective clients, friends, anywhere. Are emails still working? And my answer is absolutely. Emails always work and they have the higher rate conversion. Why? I always give this example. There is this restaurant that my kids, when they were little, they loved. It wasn't that close to me. It was a little far, but my kids absolutely loved what they serve. And every time that we were in the area, we will go to that restaurant. This restaurant, you will subscribe to their website and they will send you every week some coupons. And you can use them in the restaurant. And there were significant coupons. So of course, I'm a coupon lady, so I need to use them, like probably most of you guys. And so I was far from this restaurant. So what I will do is I will every week receive the email, and every week I will swipe to delete it. I didn't need it. But if I heard that someone was going, or I was in the area and I wanted to go, I said, oh, hold on, I have my coupon, and I will go into my trash and find the coupon. So that's the power of newsletters. Many times people will not use your newsletters, but the fact that they do not unsubscribe means that they're still in the back of their mind. Someone who is subscribed to your newsletter means that you're still relevant for them, and ergo they don't unsubscribe. So this is something to really keep in mind. People will not convert because they subscribe one time to your newsletter. Need to be the right time, the right place, and the right offer, and the product that the people will need at that moment. So the only thing that you can do is to keep creating those offers and keep creating those emails. We're going to be talking about different kinds of emails. First of all, we're going to be talking about consistency. Consistency is king. I mean, content is king, consistency is queen. And it's really important that if you're going to be sending, it's about educating your audience also. That if you're going to send an email per week, you really need to send that email once a week. You cannot be sending 1 week on and 1 week off. You need to send it every single week. That's a weekly email. Then you can have specific promotions that can be X amount of emails that is in certain amount of time that is for certain promotions. I do not love to do promotions all the time because you don't want to be that store that people would never buy without a promotion. So I like to make the promotions that they're temporal and that you will use them for a time, and then you will not have the same promotion another time. I love the coupons, but to use them and the promotions, but you need to make sure that those promotions are unique and you generating that urgency that it will make people want that promotion and use it because they know that they're not coming back. At least that same promotion. So that promotion, you need to have a time set. It's going to start this day and it's going to finish this day, and it's going to have so many different emails. Remember my system, the IEMA system. Everything needs to be informative, entertaining, memorable, and actionable. But when we're talking about promotions, the conversion is very clear, and we want to create that urgency to convert immediately. Let's talk about a few other things. When we send emails, there are very, very, very important aspects. Remember, when you're going to get an email in your phone, the first thing that you're going to see is you're going to look at the email. Titles are important, but really are important that you're going to choose wisely. Not only the content that you put there, it needs to be informative. They need to know what it's about. In the title, people need to understand what you're about to offer or what you're going to be talking about. Then you have the preview. In the preview, you need to be a little more informative, but always keeping the voice of your brand and make sure that it's understandable and it's a clear message that what they're going to be inside the email. Someone who opens the email and don't swipe, they don't unsubscribe, and they open the email, opening rate is really an important factor of email marketing, because emails are super important for people to open. If they open it, means that they are interested in your service. You're doing something right, and people are interested in something that you are actually offering. Maybe it's not the right time. Maybe at that point they do it and they forget. That's why when you do promotions, they need to be sent at different days and different times, because maybe at some time of the day I'm always super busy and I don't have to do it. But if you send it to me at night, oh, maybe I have time there to do the promotion. Always the promotions need to be, or emails, measurable. Use tools in email marketing that you can measure the click-to rate, open the CTR, then you can measure the people who click, and you can see where they click. You need to see what is interesting for your audience. Okay, some of these softwares have an amazing tool that it's scheduling, and also incredible tool that it's spam. They will really read whatever you're sending in the message and see if some of the words that you're using will be flagged as spam. Don't forget to use that, because the spam, it's tricky, because depends of, like, for example, if I use Gmail or Hotmail or whatever you use, if I ever did click on something and say this is spam, they use certain keywords, the filters from now on might be using those keywords, and depends of what you're sending out. So you need to be very conservative and make sure that you're very clear on what we use with keywords. Like, for example, if you use a lot of exclamation points, of question marks, that can take you some points and it will be considered like spam. Okay, so we talk about point 1, subject line, preview. Let's talk about the content. Remember, always we talk about content with intention. Content with intention means that in this case, our intention is a conversion. It will send us to a landing page or to your website where people can actually convert. We want people to be able either to, if you're a service provider, to contact you via form or phone number to get that consultation, or get into an email calendar and book an appointment. Or we can, if you're selling a product, you want to go to the promo, or could be for services too. You have a landing page that generates the conversion only for that promotion. That's really important. You want to make it really clear for your consumer that to take advantage of that promotion. And you need to make sure that it's beautiful. That's something really important. And we find out that when you send really attractive newsletters, easy to read, and they're created for user experience, we get a lot better traction. Also, it shows we have clients that when they start working with us, our emails look really professional, not only how they're written, but also how they look. And that's really important as a user experience, that they can find information, but also they see that something done professionally, and that generates a bigger conversion. Another thing that is extremely important when you do emails, you need to think about responsiveness. Being responsive means, you know, when you're in the browser and you make it smaller, and the text starts adjusting and the image starts adjusting, well, that's essential for email marketing. You need to make sure that the person who's going to be in desktop and that is going to be also in cell phones, tablets, they're all going to have a good experience, and they're all going to be able to be informative. It's going to be entertaining because it's beautiful graphics. The information that you're providing is interesting. They need to be memorable. And that's where I come up with the graphics. Not only the brand voice needs to be memorable, also how we show the brand and the images that we use. And actionable. Create that urgency and create that CTA or call to action, and that's a button that is going to prepare you. But remember, email marketing, it doesn't end in the email itself. It ends in the creating that connection with a landing page that it looks alike, that is going to be part of that system of ecosystem, and people will be clicking and making a purchase. Don't forget, it doesn't end here. If you're having a special promotion and they're buying that and as a checkout or and as a booking, don't remember that experience ends in the thank you note or the confirmation. Well, I think I gave you a lot of information for today. I don't know if everyone, I'm looking at this side because I have my Facebook here, anyone has some questions for me. I'm here to answer them. We talk only about the promotion email marketing so far. There are other email marketings like a newsletter. It's going to be a weekly newsletter, and they has some determined content that is going to be always in that newsletter. Of course, you can change it, add and remove things time to time according to what your audience wants. But you need to make sure that you're always providing content for your audience. It's not only always trying to sell something. You need to be informative and you need to give, and then people eventually will buy. So there are many other forms of newsletters, but those are the most important ones, and the same principles apply. At some point, I think we should have another talk about automations. Email automations are very, very important, and we use them a lot and create a lot of conversion, but that will be for another talk. So thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you next week. See you then.